Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and I have a review for you of the Sparrows standard clear lock. This is a clear, I'm guessing acrylic lock, which Sparrows sell on the website for around 25 Canadian dollars, which works out as about £15. Now, for an acrylic practice lock, I would say that is relatively expensive actually. You know, you can pick up Chinese sort of plastic practice padlocks and Euro cylinders for a fraction of that price. But the one thing I would say about this that's going in its favour is it's made extremely well. It's got no scratches on whatsoever and appears to be made to really high standards. The only thing I would say is if you look inside, there's a little bit of kind of like gunk, just little bits of plastic flakes which came out of the packet, which I wouldn't really expect for 25 Canadian dollars, but I'm not too worried about either. Now you might wonder why I've even got one of these for review, and it's because of my terrible vanity. I just want to have a clear lock with the check pins in that Sparrows designed based on my concept. Just have at work on my desk. Now I know that is vanity personified, isn't it? But you know, don't judge me. Or judge me, I don't care. I'm the one who's going to have a cool plastic lock with check pins in it. So yeah, I just thought that it'd also make a nice review because I'm sure a number of you have seen this on the Sparrows website but never maybe seen one up close. The keyway is surprisingly relatively good. It's not quite paracentric. I've got an 18 thousandths pick here and I can just about get it up through the warding, just about. Be better if I use a 15 thousandths, that would certainly reach up. But there's plenty of room to pick from the side. And maybe we should actually pick it. We'll do a pick, a gut, and I'll repin it, and then you'll see all the aspects of this lock, and you can make your own decision as to whether you think that it's sort of worth the 25 Canadian dollar investment. So, I suppose the first thing to do is to try and grab my vise, stick the lock in it, and set up the camera such that you'll be able to actually see me pick it. Let's have a look at tensioning. So this is all standard pins, this one. I think it comes in variants of pins, but this is a standard one. Just going to use top of the keyway tension. I can't really see because of the curve of the perspex, can't really see the pins. I'm hoping that I won't need to either. Let's go into the back. Let's try find pin 5. I'm on pin 5. I can feel it now. Let's have a push up. It feels bound. Little click. 4 feels bound. Click. 3 nothing. 2 feels bound. 1 feels bound. Gently push it. Okay, go back. 5. 4 feels fine. 3, 2 still. Oh, little click on 2 now. Didn't push it far enough. How's 1 doing? 1 feels bound now. Click on 1. I'm guessing that's 3's left, so run my pick across the tops of the pins. I'm on a pin, it feels like 3. Oh, and I think I picked it. Tension wrench came out, but there we go, got a pick. Yeah, quite easy stuff. But remember, you're not using these plastic perspex locks, sorry, acrylic locks for really practicing lock picking, as opposed to checking your pin placement, understanding how locks work, and that sort of thing. So let's have a gut and repin of this, which is sort of the reason I got it anyway. So I'll lower the camera back down and we will take it out of the vise. Got it. Phew. I think we did without damaging anything. Well, that was horrible. Okay, so need a follower and need the key. I can dump everything out, so don't need to worry about that too much. So turn it slightly, follower in. Is that the right size follower? Yeah, it's a standard size follower. There's all standard pins, we'll keep those nicely in. We will now just dump all of this out. And I'll put these in my Sparrows reload kit as spares, all of these standard driver pins. Give it a bit of a blow on the inside to clear away any of the fragments and polish the core a little bit with my t-shirt. Not looking too shabby there. I think it'll do for me anyway. Okay, so next thing we need to do is repin it using some check pins. And I want these very much the right way up. So let's do the first 3 this way. 1, 2, 3. I'm probably going to have the serrated pin at the front, I think. So let's have I'm not really worried about the order actually, I just want them sort of in so I can see them. It's a lot easier doing this when you can actually see what you're doing inside the lock. Usually repinning locks, you know, it's dark inside the lock, you can't really see what's going on, but actually it's a shame that all locks aren't completely see-through. I mean, probably terrible security, but you know, it's very useful for the old lock sporter. He says failing to get the springs in properly. Oh, you would, wouldn't you? And last but not least, this little rook, the castle. There we go. Then I can put the so that's the front. I'll put the core back in, slide it down. There we go. Circlip back on, I hope. Come on, fingernails, don't fail me now. Do you know what? I might just leave that circlip off for now. Just because the video will be about 4 hours long if I don't. So I'll get that on in a minute. So all I've got now is a lock which I can display my little check pins in. There you go. Looks like I've still got a bit of plastic up in this chamber, but I'll clear that out eventually. Okay, good stuff. I hope you enjoyed that. Be interesting to know in the comments whether you think that this is worth its 25 Canadian dollars or £15. I think the quality is definitely there, but there are cheaper acrylic variants on the market. Okay, I'll see you next time.